I usually have a 6-ring rule. Hello? Yeah, I usually have a 6-ring rule. So if the phone rings for more than 6 times, then I just go on to the next number. In this case, they came in just under the 6 rings. I think it was like 4.5 or something like that. And the automated operator picked up. Yes, Dave. Good afternoon. Edward Williams. I'm good, sir. And yourself? Well, actually got to you really as the best person to speak with regarding the upcoming summit in July. Did you get the email? I think we sent you an email yesterday. Okay, the Excel Institute. Okay, you did get that. Well, my role really within the organization is just kind of answer any questions that you might have, help you along the way of getting registered if you're going to be attending the event, that sort of thing. Was the information, I guess, comprehensive enough? Well, this is good. Well, can I help you get registered for the summit? Now, you said at this point in time, does that mean you might still attend before July? Probably not. Okay. Well, hey, no worries, no worries. I just, like I said, you know, I'm not the sales guy at the company. My role really is just kind of make sure that you got the email, find out if there were any questions that we can answer, and if not, then guess what? My role ends. Well, very cool. Well, let me ask you though, have you ever attended any of our webinars? Are you on the webinar list? Okay, okay. Well, I know we've got you on an emailing list, and if it's appropriate, I don't know when our next webinar, well, I think our next webinar is next month. Yeah, that would make sense since we're at the end of March. Would it be okay if we shot some information to you on our webinars? They are very informative. I just did a Jim Carrey there. By a lot of nationally known experts on sales leadership and development. And I also appreciate you bearing with me. Because even though today's not Monday, my voice is acting like it is. Dave, it was good talking to you. Yeah, bye. If Dave was interested in going to the summit, that'd be awesome. Now, since this is not a high-level, hardcore sales pitch, got to overcome all the objections, find out why he's not interested in going and things along those lines, it's very, okay, hey, if you're going to go, great. If you're not going to go, great. Needless to say, once again, 100% success. Cold closing is about 100% success. It's not necessarily about getting the sale, qualifying an individual, finding out if there's an opportunity, getting a lead, setting a meeting. It's about 100% success because, quite honestly, I took some action. Now, that's a very important idea and a very important concept to keep in mind if you're going to be cold closing, which is developing a relationship or making a connection. If you are selling a product or service, this may not apply to you. This is for the front end of the sales cycle. So I think initially I talked a little bit about sales development types of activities. Well, that's exactly what this is because all of this is good information. See, what we did was we qualified Dave out. Dave's not going to the summit. However, Dave is interested in getting information on the monthly webinar series that we have. Now, there's some other aspects to what the Excel Institute offers. So by getting Dave on a monthly list, a weekly list, a bi-weekly list, or whatever have you for our webinars, that opens up an opportunity to continue to engage him and guess what? At some point, make a connection and develop a meaningful business relationship because who's to say that later on down the line, Dave goes to one of the webinars, he ends up talking to one of his peers, his peer happens to be an attendee or someone who's going to be attending the summit, they tell him about the summit, he mentions, hey, I was talking with this guy, a real nice guy, I'm real nice by the way, real nice guy who sent me some information on a webinar series that they have. The webinar was quite informative. He told me something about that summit. At the time, I wasn't interested in going, didn't really see how it applied to me, whatever the reason is. You know, but he's talking to his peer now who has more credibility than I do, certainly at this point, and his peer says, hey, I'm going to that summit. And oh, by the way, you probably get as much value out of those webinars as I do. It's information packed, it's very value added, it's results focused, it's performance and productivity based, so on and so forth, so on and so forth, so on and so forth. The next thing you know, a guy like Dave is attending the summit. So anyway, it's all about making the connection. 100% success.